Hello,
Hello.
ArchieLuxury. On the ArchieLuxury channel today, we're talking classic cars with Nige reviews. It's been a long time since I've had you on the channel, Nige, and
Very long time.
It's an honor to have you back.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
I've got you.
It's an honor to have you back, Nige.
It's an honor to be here. As you're saying, it's been a very long time.
Yes.
It's been. Has it been this year? I don't think so.
Last year? Oh, Nige, this year's gone so quick. You've had the baby. You moved house. You had the Jensen repossessed.
No. That's just in the next room.
Nige, I wanted to ask you. I want to talk classic cars today because that's really one of my loves.
Yes.
And I went to the park this morning to have a barbecue fry up.
As you do.
Never guess what I saw. An Isuzu Bullet.
Bellet.
Yeah, B-E-L-L-E-T.
Yeah, from the I think they
60s.
came out very late 60s, early 70s. Isuzu had some really cool cars back in the day. Now they're just boring utes and trucks and things. It's
General Motors bought them
sad.
out. That's the problem.
Yeah, look, they did some. Oh, of course, the Gemini was an Isuzu. The Holden Rodeo was an Isuzu.
Yeah, we don't mention the Gemini on this channel. That's one thing we do not mention is the Gemini. That was not a good car, or the Tirana.
I did my driving test in a Gemini with dual controls. It was gold. It was one of the later model. It was, the last of the rear-wheel drive ones before they went to that horrible front-wheel drive one. But look, the Bellet's cool, and if you have a look on Google search, you'll find them. They did some little coupes as well, some little sports cars that were really, really cool.
Yes, in a 60s cheap Japanese crappy sort of way.
I don't think they were particularly cheap or crappy for their day. I think they were up
1600s.
there. As far as early Japanese cars go, they were up there.
Nige, let's talk cars. How is the Jensen Interceptor going?
It's not at the moment. It's still got a dead battery. Look, I can get charge into it, and it holds for a day or so, and I take it for a drive, and then come back in next weekend, and it's flat again. So, I've just got to go out and spend the $300 on a new battery for it.
300? Why so expensive? Is a special battery?
It's about the size of my fucking MX-5. It's huge. The battery's that big.
Fuck.
It's a truck battery basically. So, yeah, it's a huge battery.
I wanted to ask you, Nige, what is, without being rude, what is the Jensen Interceptor worth? I'm not trying to pick fun at you. I just wanted to know, what are they? What's it worth?
Look, it's one of those cars that's been a bit of a sleeper, and I think because of the fact that it's kind of what's called a hybrid, and I'm not talking Toyota Prius. It's an English-built car with an American drivetrain and an Italian design, so it doesn't have necessarily the pedigree of, say, something like an Aston Martin, which it's like watches. It's like a Swiss-made, English-designed watch with an ETA movement in it, as opposed to a Patek Philippe, which everything's in-house, right? So, because
actually, got to be honest with you, Nige. A lot of the Pateks didn't have in-house movements for a long time. Like the complicated ones were Lemania movements, but let's not dwell on that. What's the fucker worth? Give me a figure. And I think I've lost Nige. What's happened? This is what's happened. Nige. I don't know what's going on here, Nige. But Nige is a very interesting guy. He's a Taswegian, and he's got a Jensen Interceptor. The Jensen Interceptor was a British sports car made in the UK with American engine. It used the Chrysler big block Hemi sort of motors, I think, from memory. I think that's what it did use there. And we'll just see if we can get Nige back on there. We'll just reconnect with Nige very, very casually. We're just good to have our little Taswegian friend there. Hey, Nige, you coming back on? Yes, we've dropped out, Nige. Sorry. Sorry, could you just come back in?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, sorry. Oh, there we go. Altaz, where the fuck's he gone? What's happened? What's going on, Nige? I don't understand this. Nige has dropped out. Ah, this is bad news. But yes, Nige has got a Jensen Interceptor. Wonderful, wonderful British. Hello, Nige.
Hello.
I was just explaining to the audience what a Jensen Interceptor was, and you know, I got to tell you, in the day, they were fucking dear. A Jensen Interceptor. I don't think you've quite explained it terribly well. A Jensen Interceptor was fucking cool.
Yeah, how far ago did I drop out?
A fair while ago there. Yeah, you were. You didn't tell me what's it worth. What's it worth? Give me a figure.
It was that long ago. Okay, so in Australia nowadays, they're going for up to around the $80,000 mark, which isn't a huge amount considering what $80,000 buys you these days.
That's a lot of money, Nige. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but have a look at the price of a Ford Escort these days. Have a look at the price of an HK Bathurst Monaro. They're selling for around $300,000 these days for a Holden Monaro.
Come on, Nige. Let's be realistic here, okay? You're 80. So you reckon it's worth 80?
Mine, maybe not, because it's not that minty.
50?
I'd hope to get 50 for it if I had to sell it. Not that I want to sell it. It's not a car that's likely to be ever for sale.
Yes.
I don't know if this got through or not. I was kind of bringing an analogy to watches with the Jensens. Even though they were very, very expensive new, they were dearer than an E-Type Jag. I'm pretty sure they were dearer than a DB6. But because they had that hybrid thing going on where they were, English built, Italian designed, American drivetrain, because they didn't have that in-house engine. Could you imagine having a DB6 and fucking keeping that bastard on the road? Exactly. The beauty of the Jensen is that it's got that basic Chrysler V8, and you can get the parts quite.
That's a Hemi V8.
It's not a Hemi. It's not a Hemi. It's not a Hemi. It's the RB block, RB and the BB. So they had the 383 and the 440. So because of that, they never had that collectability that the Astons or the E-Type Jaguars had. But as you'd know, the prices of those have gone absolutely stupid.
So tell me this.
So it moves on to the next thing.
Why did your dad get one? This was your dad's car. How did he?
It was.
He had a bookstore, didn't he?
A shoe store.
Shoe store. And what made him want to get a Jensen?
I don't know.
That's a pretty
I think
cool
it was just
fucking thing. That's the price of a house in the day.
Oh, he didn't pay that much for it. He didn't pay very much for it at all. I mean, he bought that in the mid-'80s. He bought it in the mid-'80s. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I think he only paid about $11,000 for it.
In the mid-'80s?
Yeah.
My dad bought an investment house in '83, $21,000.
Where about? In Brisbane?
Actually, that was in Ipswich.
Oh, okay.
It was very run down, but no, that was still a fair bit of money. 11,000. I remember my parents bought a Commodore. It was a 1982 Commodore. That was, I think it was 11. Oh, it might have been $8,000, $9,000. It was the shitty one with the 2.85 liter engine in it.
Yeah, okay.
You remember that? They had that. It had no power steering, no aircon, and it was brown, metallic-y brown.
Yep.
It was a Commodore SL.
Ah, yes. My grandfather had the SLE.
Ooh, fuck your parents. That was a very luxury machine. They were expensive.
Yeah. So this was
your family quite well off, aren't they?
Look, they did all right out of the shoe store. They did all right. My grandparents.
Your grandfather owned the shoe store originally?
Correct.
You're joking?
No. So it was my grandfather's. It went to my dad. He closed it down.
Why did he close it down?
Didn't want it. It's a hard game to be in. It's a hard game. Oh, it was. Nowadays, all the shoe stores pretty much are chains. This was about the last independent shoe store, which had, we had everything. We had absolutely everything. That was, we had people coming from suburbs away to the shop, but I think it was just all too much for him.
Ladies or men's shoes he specialized in?
Everything. We had ladies, men's, kids, sports shoes, dress shoes, everything.
What's your favorite brand of shoes now?
Nike.
Okay.
Nike.
I thought you were going to say something sensible like Church or Lokes or something like that.
No,
handmade
no.
brogues. Handmade brogues. That's what we're
No,
looking
I'm into
for.
this. I'm into the sneakers.
That's not real shoes. I said, what's your favorite pair of shoes?
I have got a pair of shoes that aren't sneakers.
Okay. Nige, talking classic cars.
Yeah.
So your car's worth about 50.
Probably, yeah.
And have you got any luxury watches now or not?
No, still not. But I'm
You sold
close.
that. You had that Christopher Ward, didn't you?
That's long gone. How
much did you get for that?
Not much. But I'll put the money for that into shares. Hoping to maybe.
How's that gone?
That's gone really, really badly.
What did you buy?
American Patriot. It's an oil company, an Australian oil company.
Oh fuck! I got Tap Oil, TAP.
Okay.
I halved my money.
Yeah.
Fucking disaster.
Well, I bought these at 8 cents each, and they're now, when I last looked, 3 cents.
Yeah.
They've been down to 2.7. So yeah, it's not.
Now,
a good
tell me this.
I've been looking, as you do, at watches and trying to work out
Nige,
what
I want to say something to you very quickly. The reason I mentioned how much is the car worth, right? I wanted to ask you this, okay? I'm being honest with you. I don't have a classic car. I love classic cars, okay? I actually have 44,000 in men's watches. I'll just give you a quick run through. The World Time cost me 24.5. The Explorer 2 cost me $5,000. These are all Aussie prices, Aussie dollars. The Reverso cost me 6.5. The Speedmaster Man on the Moon, mine's a box papers one, cost me 3,700. And the IWC cost me $5,000. I got $44,700 in watches, right? And I got to tell you something. Because I don't have a classic car, I think the World Time kind of keeps me happy. Does that make sense? That's kind of my Jensen.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like we can't have everything in this world.
But I thought you were selling the World Time.
I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest with you. I'm all over the shop. No one's come up with money. Everyone's full of talk. I don't even know. I don't know whether I like the IWC or not. You know, the Ingenua. I don't know. I'm just in a very confused state. But what I wanted to say to you is, you can't have everything. I'm thinking about getting out of some things and buying something else. I tell you what, fucking classic cars, they can be a bit of a money pit.
Yeah, but if you, and there's a lot of speculation in classic cars, and if you buy the right car, you can make your money several times over.
What would you buy now? Let's go into car sales, and what would you be buying now? Tell me this.
Well, a few years ago, your smart money would have been a 911, an air-cooled 911. I think it's too late for that.
They've gone. They've bolted. Ferrari. Yeah. Would you buy a Bentley?
Australian muscle cars are having a bit of a comeback, and you know, you look at these $300,000 Monaros. It's crazy. I can't see the attraction, but the key to speculating with cars is to look at what people who are turning 40 thereabouts would have been idolizing or lusting after in their teens, and that's the car. That's the car to be buying, because that's going to be what's going up, because they're coming into the point where they've got the money to spend big on those nostalgic cars. So you look at cars from the 1980s are going to be the next big thing.
Jensen's and they're a 70s thing, aren't they? Jensen's.
Yeah. So it gets to the point where the people that were interested in those cars but couldn't afford them in their youth have bought them, and now they're too old. So you want to get the stuff that's still cheap, that hasn't caught on yet, but is going to become popular. when the younger people get to that age where they've got, you know, that nostalgic kick and they've got the surplus cash. So I think 80s Japanese cars are where you want to be putting your money. 80s and 90s Japanese cars.
Starion, Mitsubishi Starion.
Mitsubishi Starion, but if you can find an unfucked with Nissan GTR of any version, or a Toyota Supra or a Mazda RX-7, and you can buy it for a good price, don't even think about it, just buy it.
What about the Lexus Ls400?
No, they're dog shit. They're dog shit. They're dog shit.
No, V8.
Yeah.
Sedans don't hold the value. You got to get the sports car.
And those Lexuses had a lot of early electronics, and they just fuck up. So, yeah, I don't know. I think if I was to be speculating with an eye to profit, I'd be looking at, you know, one of those future classic Japanese cars from the 80s and 90s. I very nearly bought an FD RX-7 12 months ago for $22,000, an RX-7 RS. And nowadays, you're lucky to get one for under 40. I could have doubled my money on that car.
Nige, let's bring up some. Let's bring up some stuff on the screen and let's have a look here. What do you think of this? This is what they call bangers. Do you like bangers? 1973 Bentley T Auto. What do you think? Okay, a bit old.
I hear it's $10,000 for a set of brakes for one of those things.
Yeah, look at these Bentleys here. This 80s Bentley Mulsanne.
Yeah, they're cheap for a reason, though, aren't they?
Okay.
The Turbo R is a cool car. The Turbo R is a cool car. I'll give you that.
Don't want to service one, but
no.
What do you think of these? Tell me what you think of these here. Like 2001. Look at this.
Yeah, that's nice.
What do you think of that? A Bentley and Arch. That's the same car as the Rolls-Royce Seraph. You know that? Same body as a Seraph. The Rolls-Royce had the V12 in it. What do you think of this, the Arch?
Do you know anyone who had a poster of one of those on their bedroom wall as a teenager?
No.
No. There's the thing.
Look at this. Can I show you a bargain? Look at this. This is something I really like. Look at this. Bentley Continental Flying Spur. 80 grand we can get one of those for now. What do you think? Look at this car. Nice.
It's not something that I'd buy to think that I'm going to make a profit on it.
No, but wouldn't you look fucking cool in it? But
it's absolutely boss. As long as you can afford the upkeep. It's taken a serious chunk of depreciation there. I mean, yes. the luxury car tax on that car new 10 years ago would have been that $80,000.
Do you like it? Tobacco interior with the black inserts?
I like that.
Very, very fucking cool. Bentley. Would you like to get a Bentley eventually in your life?
It's not something that I've really ever aspired to be honest. It's not my style.
A Bentley?
Yeah.
You don't want a Bentley?
Look, if somebody gave it to me, I wouldn't say no, but it's not the kind of car that I'm into.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. It's not the sign of car you're into. That's fine there. Let's look at some more reasonable cars then, if that's the case. Why don't we look at a Alfa Romeo?
We spoke about 159s earlier, and I've been tempted for one of those.
What do you think?
I'm getting a message here from Don Haynes. He says, tell Archie no one wants to use 20 to 30-year-old Bentley. They have massive problems. Air springs pop like balloons.
This is Don Haynes, is it?
Yeah, Donny Haynes. How are you, Donny?
Thanks, Don. He's blowing the bubble. Let's have a look at these 1.5. I like the 159. Did you?
Yeah, I like the 159.
Okay, let's have a look.
I wish they were rear-wheel drive.
You can get the four-wheel drive, the all-wheel drive version.
You can.
Look, here's one for $1,000.
I'm sure it's not.
It is $999. Look.
It must be fucked.
It's an Alpha. They're all fucked. They're all fucked, Nige.
It's got $1,000 worth of baby seats in the back. Come on. Grab a bargain.
It is. It's
nothing wrong with
$1,000.
car. What?
I don't know what to say.
What?
What's wrong?
Surely not.
It's an Alfa. It probably has had a motor blow on it or something. You know, let's be completely.
They'd have to say that in the ad.
There's one for $5,000. It's probably a bit high Ks. Look, 100,000 Ks. $6,000. That's a lot of car for $6,000, don't you reckon, or not?
Yeah, it is. It's probably a lot of problems as well, but yeah, they're cool. They're a good-looking car.
They're very cool. What do cool Taswegians drive around in?
Holden Commodores with open diffs that do burnouts on every set of traffic lights.
Now, what do they really drive?
Holden Commodores with open diffs, or Ford Falcons, VL turbos. Oh, they love the Commodores down here, though.
Look, here's a nice 100. Would you get a diesel Alfa? No, you got to get a petrol one, don't you?
Petrol.
What other cars? Look at this. There's some fucking cool cars around. Do you when you search on car sales, do you search for low kilometer cars, or what do you look for in a car?
Well, the kind of cars that I'm normally looking for, they're that rare that you don't worry about the kilometers. It's just, is there actually one there?
I see. What sort of car would you be looking for?
Oh, look, I like things like, well, I was shopping for Di Tommaso Longchamps for a while, so
I know what they are. They got a Ford engine in them.
Ford engine, yeah, front.
I know my Di Tommasos.
Yeah, so they're cool. They only made about 500 of those things. They come up remarkably often for sale.
Is that right, Di Tommaso?
Yeah.
Have a look. There's one available now. Let's go and have a look.
Is it a Pantera or a Longchamp?
I like the Pantera.
Yeah, it's a Pantera.
Oh, fuck, they want a fortune for it. Look at that.
Yeah, and is that left-hand drive or right-hand drive?
One of 186.
It's a GT5, yeah, cool. It wasn't that long ago that you could buy one of those for about 80 grand. It's left-hand drive too, look at that.
Yes, it is too.
That's cool. That's a cool car.
It's expensive for trouble, isn't it?
Well, yeah, electrically, yes. But at the same time, it's got that Ford 351 in it. So it's a bulletproof engine that you can get parts for anywhere. Anyone can service it.
Why did the Pantera not do well? Why didn't they do well?
Well, they made that car for about 20 or 25 years or so. And that's in 1985. I'm pretty sure they stopped production of those about 91.
You know what I like? Let's go back. I'll tell you what I like.
71?
Nige, let's fuck this bullshit, okay? BMW. Okay, I want to show you a decent car, okay? You know what I'm going to look up here?
BMW
8 Series.
Yeah, I like the 8 Series.
That's a fucking cool car. They're cheap as chips now.
Mm.
Look at this. Here's one for 26 grand.
Yeah, because you'll probably spend 26 grand getting the thing working properly again.
What do you mean by that?
Because they break down.
This is the V8 one. You don't want the 12. The 12 was an absolute dog.
Yeah.
You want the... Look at this. This is fucking gorgeous. Look at this. It's fucking sexy.
Car. They're really cool car.
Is that cool or not? Is that a cool car or not?
I like them. I was always more of a fan.
They are a money pit. They are I will agree with you. You are right. They are an absolute fucking money pit.
I just like the pop-up lights. I'm a fan of anything with pop-up lights, but I was always more of a fan of the Mercedes SL of the same vintage. It's the W129, is it? I'm a big fan of those.
The R129, that's the 90s one.
W129, yeah. Yeah, so
that they were a bit of an electrical nightmare, but
everything is in that vintage.
Yeah. Look, here's a Minter one, 70,000 on the clock, 50 grand. Look at this, isn't that gorgeous?
That is cool.
Fucking sexy grey, gunmetal grey. It's fucking beautiful. No, you don't think that's a lot of bang per buck in a car?
It's a lot of bang per buck now, as long as it all works.
What do you mean by as long as it all works, Nige? You've always got to spoil it, don't you?
You've got to be a bit realistic. You know, it's like you don't go and buy a Mazda Rotary without a spare $10,000 in your bank account for the engine rebuild that you will do, not that you may do. You will do the engine rebuild. So, you know, as long as you've got that contingency in place, go for it. It's a cool car.
Yes, you're right. You're very right indeed there. Nige, what other cars are cool? What other cars are cool? Like from that era 90s cars. Let's look at what other cars are cool. You know what I love? I'll tell you what I really love. You know what I think is a really cool car, Nige? Mercedes, the CL, not the SL. You know the CL?
No.
You don't like it, or you don't know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about, and no.
Why is that?
No, I just don't like them.
They're cheap. They're cheap.
Yeah.
Look at this. Nige, this is the big Bruiser coupe. What do you reckon?
I'm waiting. I can't see it.
Sorry. Bruiser coupes we want. That's what we want, Nige. What do you reckon?
Nah.
Bruiser coupes.
Nah.
$15,000 for a Bruiser coupe, Nige. It doesn't get better bang per buck than that, does it? Look at that. Fucking...
If I'm buying something that big, it's got to have 4 doors.
Oh, but
look at the back end on it. You know, you've got all the styling.
It's rear-wheel drive.
Yeah, it's rear-wheel drive.
It's got more computers on it than the Starship.
And you don't see that as a red flag. Come on.
What do you think?
No. You know, those Mercedes have a brake assist system, which is, I'm not entirely sure what it is. It's not anti-locking brakes, but it's some sort of, and it's not even your power brakes, but anyway, there's a sensor, and it pretty much always fails, and it puts a BAS light up on your dashboard, and it's about $800 to repair, and it does really nothing.
Would you give me 1 minute? I just need to take a quick break. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll have a look through the chat box and say hello to some
you
people,
talk to them.
Clyde, who for instance, Ford Explorer becomes an anal Explorer. Lovely, an anal Fiesta. We're replacing Ford with anal. Okay. 2 words for Archie: public transport. Yeah. I'll tell you what, you don't want to be relying on public transport where I live. Saucy Fam says the CL's a cool car. I don't know. They've never done it for me. Luxury Duck 3, hello, how are you? Zeddington, Nasty Vinyl. Gunter, hello, how are you, sir? Dog shit 8 Series, yeah. It's dog shit, but it's cool dog shit. The Porsche 993 was the best model. I'm a big fan of the 993. Sadly, I don't know what the prices are like where you're from, but they're just crazy here now. What the fuck is wrong with Archie? That's the question we're all asking. That is the question.
I'm back, Nige.
Archie, who was it? Yes. Saucy Fam asks, what the fuck is wrong with you, Archie? Can you answer that simple question?
In what way?
I don't know. Maybe just in a general way. What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I just been really. I don't know. Maybe not having a conventional job is not the answer.
It's not the answer.
Yeah, maybe I'm nuts. Maybe I'm just fucking. I don't know. I'm fucking insane. I've had some really big depression issues lately.
Do you think part of it? Do you think you just need to get out of the house? Do you have a bit of cabin fever happening?
Yeah, I look. I got to be honest with you. I've got some very serious mental health issues there because I bought the World Time. It hasn't made me happy.
Yeah, but there's a lesson there, isn't there?
What's that? I haven't bought the right thing.
Things don't always make you happy.
I know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know. I've got a few personal issues that are really bad. I got YouTube has destroyed my career. YouTube has destroyed my love life. YouTube has destroyed everything.
Only because you've let it. There are plenty of people on YouTube that have love lives, that have careers, that have mental health.
Anyhow, the thing is, I got to tell you the truth. Maybe a classic car could make me happy.
Cars do make you happy. Don Haynes is ringing me. Stop ringing me, Don Haynes.
What does he want? What is
I don't know.
What is the? He's a. Don's a cool guy, but you know, we all could be cool if we lived in Mummy and Daddy's mansion, couldn't we?
Well, we could.
You know,
it's a nice house, I've got to say.
It is a very nice house, but Don's got to get off his own 2 feet, and he's got to make a difference. That's what Don's got to do, you know.
But we're not talking about Don. We're talking about you, Paul.
Yeah, I think I thought buying the IWC would make me happy, but you know, everyone says to me, buy something different, and it just backfired badly. I don't know what the problem is. I got many problems, Nige, but
I think you just need to get out of the house a little bit more often. And I don't necessarily mean going for a week in Singapore and Bangkok.
Yeah,
or going down to the park. You need to get some sort of job, even if it's part-time, so you're out of the house and interacting with other humans that aren't YouTube commenters. Because the line, if there actually ever was a line between Paul and Archie,
yes,
that line has blurred a bit, hasn't it?
What do you think of getting an MX-5?
I would buy mine.
What happened to yours?
It's right next to me. It's on the other side of this wall.
It's a Series 1, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I was looking at. I'll tell you what I was looking at. Okay, I was actually. I've gone a bit off them. Okay, I've gone a bit off them. I'll show you what I want. Okay. These are fucking expensive sons of bitches. You know that? That's the thing about MX-5s now. They are fucking dear now. You know this, don't you? They're not fucking cheap. I like inexpensive things, not dear things. So that really does piss me off. I got to be honest with you.
So Paul, Paul. Okay, so here's the thing.
Yes, keep going.
You say yourself, a man can't survive on Google Ads alone.
No, that's correct. Right. I can't.
So, unless you're fucking Stampy Longnose or somebody above that level, you know, here's a kid who makes Minecraft videos as a cat. And you know, he's got several million subscribers. Yeah, he's doing quite well for himself. But you know, unless you've got 500,000 subscribers, you're not going to make a living off those Google Ads alone, as you well are aware.
Yes, men cannot live on Google Ads alone.
Okay, so where do you go from there? You can try to sell a product, but then you know how it is on YouTube in the watch world. You're going to be called a shill. You're going to be, you know, you're going to be shot down because you're selling stuff. We've seen it happen countless times.
Yes. So
I think your paid reviews are a good way around it, because if you're begging for money or wanting Patreon money and not giving somebody something for that extra that they wouldn't get otherwise, again, that's frowned upon. So I think if you are doing your paid reviews, yes, that's well and good. But is it going to give you enough money to buy some fucking curtains for your house and that BMW? Okay. So you need to say, okay, well, I'm going to have to just get a job. And even if it's just something part-time like anything, but you want something where you can get out of your house, because if you're stuck in your house all day, every day, talking to your camera, getting crazier and crazier and crazier, that's going to do your mental health. And look, I've been in a position where I've worked from home, and I would have gone crazy if I didn't have Twitter. That Twitter was my lifeline. It was my connection to the outside world, and it kept me sane. But if you can get into a position where even if it's only 10 hours a week and you go and do a job and you get to, you know, drive around, go to different places, talk to people, it will do wonders for you.
You think I have much of a mental health problem?
But the people are saying you're not allowed out of your house, go 150 meters and your shot collar goes off.
So what should I do then? What should I do? Tell me this. What should I do? There aren't no jobs here. They've all gone overseas.
Well, that is a big problem, and I've lost jobs in the past to freelancers.
That little shoe shop that I'd normally go down to, they're a big fucking chain now.
Yeah, exactly. Look,
Why didn't you take over the shoe shop?
I probably would have had my old man kept it.
Did he ask you? Hey son, are you interested?
No, I was 16, 17 when he closed, and I was very firmly fixed on a radio job.
Why did he close it? Why did he close it?
He had a computer software company, and he was more interested in doing that.
And what happened to that in the end?
It was ahead of its time. Let's just say that it was too far ahead of its time, and it failed. So,
what did he sell exactly?
What did he sell?
Yes,
the software. It was software for financial advisors.
Okay, so he closed the shoe shop down.
Yep.
What was the last pair of shoes sold?
Probably some Purnell men's black shoes. I don't know. We sold a lot of them. But anyhow, we're getting off topic. I'm working with you here, Archie. I'm working with you. So you need to get yourself some work, even if it's just a shit job, just to get you back in the game. Because if you have been doing YouTube full-time for however long you've been doing it, an employer is going to look at your CV and says, oh, this guy hasn't worked for 3 years. So even if you're doing something shit, you're at least doing something, and you're out there and you're doing something, and you've got that interaction with people that does wonders for your brain.
I see. Do you think there's anything wrong with targeting well-off, higher net worth females?
Well, you can try, but I wouldn't rely on that. I mean, let's be honest here.
Yes. Yes.
You know, you can go down to the old people's home and see if there's any singles there, but no.
It's a bit hard. How do you do the qualification period? That's what I find hard.
If you don't have, and look, if you don't have a degree, have you got a degree?
Have you got a degree?
I haven't got a degree.
No, I don't have a degree.
I lied on my
LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, I think everybody lies on their LinkedIn profile, though, to be honest.
Look, no, I don't have a degree. Okay, yep. I'm lazy. I don't like study. I like doing what I want to do.
I learn by doing things, not by being told about things. So
I like doing things that I'm interested in. You know.
Yep. Yep.
I love Bangkok. I love visiting overseas countries. I love all sorts of things. I love, you know.
Now we watched a video. Have you got Netflix?
No.
We watched a program on Netflix, and I just thought of you when I saw it.
What's it called?
It was, I can't remember the name of it, but it was about people finding love and finding relationships online and in modern ways of doing it. And there were these two guys from England who were actually doing basically sex tours of Bangkok. They line up 10 guys, and they take them to Bangkok, and they take them to these single bars.
Yes.
And they'd have these eligible ladies lined up to come and meet them, and they tried to hook them up, and of course none of them ever worked. But, maybe that's something that you could look at doing. People are suggesting in the chat that you start your own watch brand.
I see.
The
problem is, you know, I find it very hard to get sponsors because I've said many negative things.
Yeah, and that'll happen. But, you know, that's also keeping it real. But you also have a name in the watch world that you could capitalize on and maybe do your own sort of products or something that you can monetize.
We're supposed to be talking classic cars, Nige.
Yeah, I know.
So, Nige, I got to tell you the truth there, right? What should I get then? I got 25,000 to spend. What would you buy?
Have you sold the car? Have you sold the watch?
No, if I did, I just want to talk hypothetically. What should I buy then? Let's talk about that. Let's get back on track.
$25,000 won't buy you a whole lot these days.
Let's do a search. Why don't we do a search then? Okay, let's do a search, Nige. Let's do a search. We could look at, okay, new search. We want anything by Mercedes.
Here's a better idea. Here's a better idea.
Tell me.
Here's a better idea.
Yeah.
Sell a couple of watches, get yourself 25 grand in the bank there, go and buy yourself a franchise.
What the fuck?
Go and buy yourself a franchise business. Buy yourself a job. Why do I want to do that? You buy yourself a job.
Why do I want to do that?
You buy yourself a business model and you buy yourself a job.
Do you want to do that?
I've considered it.
It sounds boring.
Well, it depends what the franchise is.
I don't want to do cleaning.
You don't want to do cleaning. Oh, fuck. Oh, look at that. Look behind you. Are you going to do a job cleaning? No. I mean, really, I've seen inside your house.
So, Nige, what do you think I should do then? Should I get a classic car? Would that make me happy? What's the best bang per buck for 50 grand?
A Nissan GTR. Buy an R32 GTR.
What about a Maserati 3200 GT?
It's great until it catches on fire.
Do they catch fire?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're Italian. Italian cars all catch on fire.
They're a good car, don't you think, or not?
They sound fantastic. Maserati engines absolutely sound gorgeous. Actually, I haven't seen him around for a while. Targa Florio, he's got a Maserati.
Has he?
Yes. Yes, we did a show about November last year talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
They're a cool car. They're a cool car.
What do you think of the XJR?
I could have bought one of those recently. I like them. They're cool.
How much?
I can't remember the price. I can't remember the price, but it was cool.
How much money did you have? Where was this money hidden? Would your wife get upset?
You know, what she doesn't know doesn't hurt her.
How much money you got up at the side?
I wouldn't like to say a gentleman doesn't speak.
You got some money up your sleeve?
Maybe not. I say nothing.
Why'd you buy a watch for yourself, Nige?
I'm going to. I just can't decide what to get. I'll probably settle for the Man on the Moon to start with, though. I think every collection needs to have a Man on the Moon.
Very, very interesting indeed, Nige. Talking classic cars, I must say, Nige, Maserati, you don't like Maserati, or what's the view on Maserati?
I like them. It's an ownership experience that I'm not totally sure I'd go down. But Italian cars generally do scare me a little bit.
Let's have a look at the cheapest Maserati in Australia at the moment. You know what it is? It's a bi-turbo.
Yep.
You see it on the screen now?
I see it on the screen.
Bi-turbo. 17.5 for a convertible. I remember when these were new. These were fucking dear. Look at that.
and there's not many of them left because the rest of them have all caught fire.
Caught fire. Yes.
Actually, the Grand Tour, they did an episode with Maseratis. Did they all have Maseratis, or was it just one of them that had a Maserati recently?
Look, let's have a look here. $34,000. Just hang on one tick there.
Bye-bye. I'm going now.
You got the car keys?
Yep.
Bye.
Okay.
See you, Mrs. Luxury. What's going on there?
Nige. Sorry about that. Maserati. What do you think of the 3200 GT? Look at this. 50,000, 49,000 a clock, 34,000.
They're good.
They're fucking sexy. Nige. That is.
They're good.
Nige.
They're good, but
bang per buck. Look at this thing. It is fucking amazing. Look at the blue, the black interior.
It's got the boomerang taillights too, which is cool. The servicing is just expensive on those things.
I love those boomerang tail lights, don't you?
Yeah, they're cool.
How do you mean the servicing is just expensive? What the fuck is this? Like a warning? What are you trying to say to me?
They're basically a Ferrari motor, aren't they? And And for me, being in Tasmania, where we don't have dealerships for this sort of stuff, it generally means you've got to put the car on a boat and take it to Melbourne to get it serviced.
Oh, you're joking, aren't you?
Yeah.
How much does that cost?
Last time I went on the Spirit of Tasmania, I think it was $800.
Oh, you're joking, aren't you?
Yeah. So, it makes owning a car like that quite a commitment.
Have you got specialists in Tasmania for the Jensen?
Well, it's a Chrysler motor, so anyone can work on it. It's dead simple to work on. It's not the electrics are the big thing with the Jensen because they're all Lucas, but there are
the Prince of Darkness, Lucas,
yes, exactly,
the Prince of Darkness.
There are English car specialists here in Hobart. Which
look at this. Look, Nige. I don't want to be nasty to you. Let's look at this. Let's look at my Maserati dreams. Look at these fuckers here. These are fucking cool cars. I can even get a Ghibli. Do you like a Ghibli?
Yeah, they're cool. That's cheap too. That one.
37,000.
Oh yeah, they can. Oh, sorry, it's the Shamals. The Shamals are the ones that go for crazy money.
The Shamal is.
Yeah.
The Ghibli is not as good as the Shamal. You know that, don't you? Look, it's still a cool car.
The Shamal's 6 figures to get into one of those still.
A Shamal.
Oh,
fuck. So
Luxury Duck 3 says to buy a donut machine. There you go. Buy yourself a donut store. You got a shopping centre nearby your house. Set up a donut stall in the shopping centre.
What about a Maserati Carif? Look at this, 2005 with the red HUD. Look at this. This is fucking beautiful car. Look, let's look around at these Mazdas. I would love to have a Mazda. You don't want to have a Mazda? What do you drive? Mazda. Don't you want a Mazda? Yeah. Look, here's a Spider, 50 grand. 50 grand for a Spider. I like a Quattraport. What are the Quattraports kicking at? Look at this. This is a fucking bargain. Look at this. 52,000, got 32,000 kilometers on it. How bad can this be? How much trouble can that really be?
It can be lots of trouble. It can be lots of trouble. And at the end of the day, unless you've got an income, you can't support a car like that. Even if you can afford to buy it, the servicing costs will kill you. It's just like your Patex.
Look at that. It's only got 32,000 a kilometer. How many fucking servicing problems can you get on that? It's fucking sexy.
It is.
What do you reckon? Is that sexy or not? Tell me the truth. Maserati Spider Auto.
It's sexy. It's sexy. It's going to cost you money. It's going to break your heart. But honestly, if I was spending that money, I'd buy myself a mint R32 GTR Skyline. They're bulletproof. And
no, we want exciting cars. No, stop. Back the truck up.
An R32 GTR is not exciting.
We want something European, okay? We're Euro snobs. We want Euro. Here we go. Look at this. Look, just stop. Back the truck up. Here we go. 2007 Quattraport. Look at this. Look at the fucking big growly grill on that son of a bitch. 70 grand. Look at this fucking thing. Look. A Quattraport. Look at that fucking thing. That is just beautiful. What do you think? A Quattraport.
It's a cool car.
Until the first service.
Yeah.
Then when Mario comes out and tells you what's really wrong with it.
Saucy Fam says to look at the newer Maserati Ghibli. They're way cheaper to maintain. Probably would be, actually. I guess if you could get one with a warranty would be even better.
Okay, so Maserati is maybe not what you want. You don't see it as a cool car. That's fair. Well, Maserati is a bit too high risk. I understand. What about Alfa? Can we go Alfa Romeo?
But the trouble with Alfa is that they haven't made anything that good for a long time.
How about the Barrera? The Barrera.
Well, the Barrera's a two-door 159 basically, with a shorter wheelbase and zero legroom in the back. They look cool from that front three-quarter angle. Any other angle, they just look fucking stupid.
Look at this Barrera. Look at this fucking thing. I can get one 50,000 clicks, 14,000. How's that going to be? It's a manual one. It's not even that silly speed bullshit. There you go. Look at this. Look at that gunmetal grey, right? Isn't that sexy? Look at that. Is that sexy?
No, I don't find them attractive from the back at all.
The front?
In fact, out of the 3 body styles of that car, so the Brera, the 159 sedan, and the 159 wagon, I think the wagon is the best looking one of them.
Cool. Look inside here. It's just... I don't know. Do you like that caramel 3-tone?
3-tone leather's not a good look, no.
Cool car. No?
No.
You don't like it?
Would not buy.
What about the GT?
No.
You don't like it. That's it.
No.
He doesn't like it.
No,
Nige doesn't like it. That's it. Nige doesn't like it. That's it. We're not going to buy one then.
Val F says he's Italian, and he's telling you Alphas are dog crap. So there's an Italian saying that they're crap.
Okay. Well, let's have a look at Beamers. What do you think of Beamers?
BMW.
Mercedes?
Nah.
Go for a BMW. Let's have a look. I reckon we could get exciting. What about an old 7 Series? What about an old 7 Series? Maximum price. Let's make it 30 grand. Under a 7 Series under 30 grand Aussie. Okay, what do you reckon, Nige? Yes or no?
You might find something.
Let's have a look. Look at this. 2000. Look at this. 740 V8. Let's look at the cheapest. Let's look at the cheapest first. Okay. Oh, look at these. Look at this. 1989 735 E32. Nige, come on. Work with me, not against me. 2,700. What do you think? That's a fucking striking car. What do you reckon? Yes or no?
Striking. Yeah, but fuck.
Does it look dated?
Yeah, it does. It does. And you would drive that until you had to repair something and then just write it off. You'd wreck it because it would not be financially viable to fix that car if anything went wrong with it.
Okay, you're a bit of a negative person, aren't you?
No, I'm a realistic person.
Negativity. That's what I don't want to hear, Nige. Look at this. 735IL, 4.5 grand.
Yeah, there's a reason it's 4.5 grand.
How could you go wrong with that?
I mean, they were expensive cars new. They were very expensive car new.
Look at that car. It's fucking sexy.
Yeah.
I think the E38 is one of the best looking shapes of the 7 Series anyhow.
Look, the pundits are suggesting a Jaguar F-Type. Saucy Fan says a Jaguar F-Type.
Yeah, but they've got sodium valve problems.
I don't think he'd...
Sodium valve problems. Just tell them that, okay? Sodium valve problems. Look at this. 735i. 6 grand. That's fucking amazing value. Look at this. The bang per buck on this shit here is just amazing, Nige. What do you think? Look at this one here. 1999 740IL. 7 grand. All that luxury for under 10 grand. No?
All that grief and heartache for under 10 grand.
Is it expensive luxury? Is it cheap luxury or expensive poverty?
It's expensive poverty. I mean, you look at those cars and you look at what you get in that car compared to what you get in a modern shitter like a Kia or a Hyundai. They're very basic cars by comparison.
This is beautiful. Look at this 740.
Stephen Watson suggested a VW camper van. Look, that's a great idea, but that
the old 80s phone in the car too. Look at that, an analog phone.
That's a worthwhile thing to have. What about a VW Golf, a Golf GTI? That's all the car that you ever really need, isn't it?
Look, you're being negative, and I don't look. I just got let's look at some bit more money. I love these E38s. They're fucking sexy. Very fucking sexy cars. You know that?
Yeah.
Didn't you
I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan of. I like the M3s, M5s. Those new M2s. The new M2s are awesome. But outside of the M cars, no, they just don't float.
You don't like these cars? Is that what you're saying to me? You don't like it?
No. They're German. They're German Commodores at the end of the day. They're German
Let's have a look
Commodores.
Let's say what it's the Archie Luxury channel. Let's see what the cheapest Rolls-Royce we can get is now. Cheapest Rolls-Royce. We're going to search by low to high. Let's look at cheapest Rolls-Royce. Okay, I got 1981 Spirit, 66 Shadow. Here we go, 81 Spur. Let's just look. Where do we start to get semi-decent?
You don't.
Let's have a look. The cheapest Rolls-Royces. Look, the Spirits aren't too bad, are they, or not? 30 grand gets you a nice Spirit.
30 grand will buy you three sets of brake discs for those cars.
Look at this 1988 Silver Spirit Auto. How could that be trouble? Look at this. Look at this. It's beautiful. Look at this. It's well maintained. Look at this. How could you not love that? No? Look at it. Look at it. I'll have to take up cigar smoking if I bought one of these. You know?
Oh, that cough's only going to get worse then, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, we can get a limo stretch for 40 grand.
Oh, Jesus. Well, at least if you had that, you could get a public vehicle license and start doing wedding cars and formals and
1990,
things like that.
40 grand. Look at that. This is in Queensland as well. Look at this, Nige.
Yeah.
I think I found the car. Look at this.
Go on.
It's beigey. Look at this.
It is beige.
Look at it. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
It's fucking gorgeous.
Could you put the car to work to pay for itself? Oh, the lamb's wool.
Spirit 2. It's a Spirit 2. Look at that. They had a Spirit 3, actually, but Spirit 2, look at that. That's fucking sexy as sin, Nige. What do you think? You don't think that's sexy or not?
No.
Let's keep going. Let's have a look a little bit. We want to get some quality. I want quality. Quality.
Now, isn't there a bus stop directly outside the front of your house?
Yes, that's correct. 1926 Rolls-Royce.
Oh, God.
63. Oh, that's a Corniche. There's a Corniche. Would you get a Corniche?
No.
Why?
No. It's cool, but no. I wouldn't buy one. I wouldn't own one.
Look at this 100,000. Oh, that's getting This is getting crazy money now.
This is getting into the Archie's going to need to get a job to get this.
Yeah, this is getting very expensive now. Let's just we sort of conk out. Look at this Rolls-Royce Corniche 19. How come it's so fucking dear? This is an old. I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
could you drive around in that?
Because A, look at it. B, it's fucking mint. C, it's convertible. And D, it's the old twin headlight one. Not the square headlight. I love the
red carpet.
The red carpet, the red piping on the leather looks fantastic.
It does. You could sleep in it, couldn't I? I could sleep in that, couldn't I?
I don't know about that.
Could I sleep in that or not?
Probably not.
In the boot, I could. The boots. Fucking hell.
So yeah, maybe when Blue Velvet picks up, you could roll up to the 80-year-old ladies in that. That might impress them.
Phantom Tourer. What do you think of these things? Are amazing. So how much is a newish? Oh fuck, a Ghost, $334,000. Fuck, they're expensive. No, this is a fucking. Look at this. Look how. Do you like the Ghost?
I like them.
Fuck, they're dear.
Don suggested why not a Mini Cooper S? They're a great little car. And I reckon Archie would probably, Penn Jillette drives one of those, so I reckon that's not going to be an issue.
What other car is? What other brand is a great car to get? Bentley. Can we look at Bentley? You don't like Bentley.
We've already looked at Bentley.
Ferrari.
No. Don't
Aston
even think
Martin.
about
Can we look at Astons?
You can buy a DB9 for under $100,000 now.
Aston Martin. Let's
But
have a look.
you're gonna need a job
Why do you say that?
to pay for it. Oh, that one's from Tasmania too. That one at the top there, that
Seen
DB7
it?
convertible. Yeah.
Look at this DB7. I can get for 45. I don't need to
Yeah.
get a job.
Yeah, they're dog
They're
shit.
based on a Jaguar, aren't they?
Yes. Yes.
When Ford owned them.
They've got Mazda MX-5 door handles too.
Yes. Nothing wrong with that. A V8 Vantage. Look at this. What do you think?
They're cool.
Doug DeMuro had one. Have you seen his YouTube channel?
Yep.
You did?
Oh yeah.
With the bumper-to-bumper warranty. Here's one. This is a 2008 V8 Vantage convertible. What do you think of this?
I think you're going to need to sell all of your watches to pay for that.
Is it cool?
That's very cool. If you want a convertible.
It's very cool, isn't it?
So how much do you reckon you'll get for your Civic trade-in?
12, 10, 10 to 12? I don't know. You tell me.
Hmm.
It's got 80,000 on it. What do you think? You're gonna have to spend a lot of money to get something decent in these fucking cars, don't you think?
Yeah, look, there's a line between reality and fantasy, isn't there? And we've
How about
crossed
cheap Jags? Can we look at cheap Jags? Jags
there's, no,
are cheap.
there's no such thing as a cheap Jag.
Yes, there is. Look at this. I'll show you. Look at these Jags. We want a Jag up to 35. Okay, 35,000 is my max. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, you can XJ8. Look at this. This is fucking great bang per buck. 24 grand.
Yep.
What's wrong with that?
No, they're cool.
It's got 200,000 on the clock. That's what's wrong with that.
Yeah.
Look,
here's
X-Type. Do you like the X-Type? I can get this for 2 grand. Look at this, Nige.
Yeah, they're a Ford Mondeo in a nice dress.
Yeah, how did you know that?
Everyone knows that. Now, who was it? It was Luxury Duck 3 who suggested, I think the best suggestion that I've seen in the chat so far, buy a bricks and mortar shop and sell watches. Why have you not done that?
Buy a bricks. You know how much real estate costs in Queensland? Fuck me dead.
Yeah, I think if you have it,
I don't know why X-Types are so cheap. Why are X-Types so cheap? Look at the S-Type. 5 grand for an S-Type.
Yeah.
No?
You're buying heartache and pain. You're buying heartache and pain.
Is it that bad? Are they that bad, Nige? Please tell me truthfully.
Clyde said the Ford Mondeo in a nice dress. It's like a ladyboy. It's a ladyboy car.
They're cheap. They're very cheap.
Yeah, yeah, for a reason. They're not real. Brands like Jaguar, they've had a big dark period that went from pretty much the mid 80s until a couple of years ago.
X-Type SE, look at this, 7 grand I can get one for. Fucking amazing car. I love the S-Type, don't you?
Nah. Now, the S-Type was a Ford as well, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, based on a Lincoln. Tell me what I should buy.
I think you should buy yourself a business. Buy yourself a job. And then start looking at the cars.
You reckon?
You got to have an income. You've got to get some income happening.
I see. I need income.
If you want to have nice things and some curtains.
He's got the cross on it.
Oh.
Look at that. Beautiful car.
Does that have a brown steering wheel? Ooh. Yeah. Ooh.
You don't like it?
No.
Was the X-Type that bad? Yes. Mondeos were... I had a Mondeo. Did I tell you that?
You have mentioned it before.
Probably the worst car of my life. You know that?
Yeah.
They were terrible. Let's see what... okay. Nige, it's been great catching up with you. I better let you go then.
We should do this again.
We should, Nige. Okay, Nige.
I want to see you, and I've told you I want to see you do things before, and you've never done it, so I don't know why I'm bothering. But I want to see you putting a bit of effort into getting out of the house and finding some work. It doesn't need to be a kick-ass, high-paying job. It doesn't need to be full-time. Just even something part-time, just to get you out and about and into the swing of things, and get yourself back on track. You don't have to be unemployable because you've done YouTube. You don't have to. You don't have to be. You can turn this around.
I'm over the hill, Nige. I'm 47 years old next couple of years' time.
47 years old in a couple of years' time. You're 44, aren't you? 43.
Yeah, 45 in October.
You're 45 in October. Okay, so I'm 40. Oh, God, I'm 43 next week. Next Saturday.
I'm unemployable.
Am I unemployable?
Over 40 is unemployable.
It's getting hard, especially without a degree. Over 40, no degree. It doesn't matter how much experience you've got and stuff. It makes it hard.
Why do they want that fucking degree? We can't work for a man. We've got to do our own thing, Nige.
A degree 20 years ago,
yep.
Is that even still relevant in many industries?
Why don't you just lie and say you got one?
Yeah, they might check up on it.
What sort of jobs do you want to do, Nige? What sort of...
Roger Chavez said, ask Kenny Nguyen to hire. Why not start Jewellers on Time Australia?
I can't do that. Nige, I gotta...
Bullshit.
I gotta tell you the truth, Nige. I gotta tell you the truth. My friend is in this bottle here.
Nah, well, not that stuff.
Nige, come on.
At least get some...
Do you believe in eating silica?
Eating silica?
Yeah.
What you mean, like the little bags, the bags that come in a box when you buy something?
No, this is dust. Can you eat more dirt? It's a magic thing you're supposed to eat. A fan sent me this stuff. It's organic silica.
Right.
Because we don't eat enough dirt in our diet. Natural amorphous silica. A spoonful in water is what you take.
I've not heard of that before.
Yeah, we need some dust in our diet.
Okay.
That might make me happy again, I think.
Give it a try. Give it a try. But I want to say Jewellers on Time Australia. You head up the Queensland office branch.
Nige, I might have to get curtains. I might have to get curtains, but you know.
I'm pleased to see you've got some pants on, by the way.
Yes.
You might have to get some curtains. You might not be running Jewellers on Time out of your house. Yeah, you set up the Brisbane branch. I'll set up the Hobart branch because we do not have any watch dealers in Hobart whatsoever. Let's do it. Get on to Kenny.
No watch dealers.
No watch dealers apart from shitters.
Fuck. Okay,
I've seen an Invicta in a shop here, and that's about as good as it gets. So,
Nige, hang in there. I love you. You take care.
You too.
Bye.
Catch you later, Archie.